The meaning of life is just to be alive. It is so plain and so obvious and so simple. And yet, everybody rushes around in a great panic as if it were necessary to achieve something beyond themselves. This is the real secret of life, to be completely engaged with what you are doing in the here and now, and instead of calling it work, realize it is play. Trying to define yourself is like trying to bite your own teeth. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. Man suffers only because he takes seriously what the gods made for fun. I have realized that the past and future are real illusions, that they exist in the present, which is what there is and all there is. No valid plans for the future can be made by those who have no capacity for living now. You are a function of what the whole universe is doing in the same way that a wave is a function of what the whole ocean is doing. A scholar tries to learn something every day. A student of Buddhism tries to unlearn something daily. The more a thing tends to be permanent, the more it tends to be lifeless. When we attempt to exercise power or control over someone else, we cannot avoid giving that person the very same power or control over us. It's better to have a short life that is full of what you like doing than a long life spent in a miserable way. Meditation is the discovery that the point of life is always arrived at in the immediate moment. Every individual is a unique manifestation of the whole, as every branch is a particular outreaching of the tree. Technology is destructive only in the hands of people who do not realize that they are one and the same process as the universe. Only words and conventions can isolate us from the entirely undefinable something which is everything. Words can be communicative only between those who share similar experiences. Our pleasures are not material pleasures, but symbols of pleasure, attractively packaged but inferior in content. Stay in the center and you will be ready to move in any direction. Muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. The only Zen you'll find on mountaintops is the Zen you bring up there with you. We seldom realize, for example, that our most private thoughts and emotions are not actually our own, for we think in terms of languages and images which we do not invent, but which were given to us by our society. We cannot be more sensitive to pleasure without being more sensitive to pain. There will always be suffering, but we must not suffer over the suffering. Tomorrow and plans for tomorrow can have no significance at all unless you are in full contact with the reality of the present. There is no other reality than present reality. Even if one were to live for endless ages, to live for the future would be to miss the point everlastingly. Philosophy is man's expression of curiosity about everything and his attempt to make sense of the world primarily through his intellect. Never pretend to a love which you do not actually feel, for love is not ours to command. But this is the most powerful thing that can be done: surrender. See, and love is an act of surrender to another person. Everyone has love, but it can only come out when he is convinced of the impossibility and the frustration of trying to love himself. To live and to love, you have to take risks. There will be disappointments and failures and disasters as a result of taking these risks, but in the long run, it will work out. The more we struggle for life as pleasure, the more we are actually killing what we love.